Hey, Raindrops. On today's episode of Reality with the King, Alexis, Jansen, and I are back to recap episode 6 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And Alexis, before we get started, I'm going to be very honest with you, girlfriend. You ready for this?
Yeah, always.
This was the first episode I'm excited to recap this season.
It's so funny because you came on and I saw this glow around you. Oh, he's got his kick in his step again now. He is ready. Because the last two have been a little bit of a snooze. And so I think you and I, neither of us had our usual like woohoo, like here we go, but this is good. We got a lot to unpack.
We have a lot to unpack. I mean, listen, this is y'all gonna throw me so much shade. It's fine. I mean, honey, it's no OC, but
Oh goodness. There he goes. Hey, he said it, I did not.
hey, I'm just saying, honey, it's no OC because OC, honey, me and Alexis was like, bah, bah, bah. So, with the first 5 episodes, it was sort of like Alexis said, like, okay, let's find things to talk about. But our activation wasn't at its highest. But I feel like starting today, listen, I'm hoping starting today with this episode that we're able to really get some things go right, Alexis, a little upward trajectory.
It's ramping it up, baby. They're ramping up. They're like, we're gonna get here, guys. Just wait, then it's gonna explode. But you gotta, you said slow burn, and I didn't understand you, and you are so right.
Yes, no, it's been a slow
Every minute.
burn.
I was not doing anything else by the way on this episode. I wasn't doing laundry. I wasn't answering children. I was just all focused in. Okay.
Me too. No, me too. So listen, let's get right into it. First thing first, I should have known this episode was going to be good because the episode began with what we call in the unscripted business of filming reality television. We call this a round robin, right? So raindrops, Alexis is shaking her head. That's why you guys got to subscribe to my YouTube channel to watch this too. But so a round robin is when you do sort of a montage of each housewife's sort of day in the life for like 5 seconds.
And it's their normal life. Okay. These girls' normal life is so hysterical.
Yes, yes. So they're doing the round robin, Alexis, and honey, when Kyle Richards, right, Alexis, when she walked outside and you saw a series of black cars, I'm like, what in the Secret Service is going on here? But the thing is this. One thing about Beverly Hills, and I will listen, I will give Beverly Hills this. The reason why the show is still very watchable, although this first 5 episodes was boring, honey, the wealth. You know what I mean, Alexis? I was here for Kyle's car and her not discovering which one was which. Give me that. I can watch that for 42 minutes.
Trying to get out. Then she's like, okay, she got the key. She's like, oh, it's this car. Okay, I'll take that car then. She's like, how am I going to get out of here? But don't you think that, first of all, none of them were in the garage. So is the garage, are all the garages full also was my first question. But my second question
Ooh,
is, do you think
ooh.
that those cars are all the daughters also? Like one of them's each of the daughters and then hers. And yeah, so it's all their cars. But it's like, okay, so if the garages are full, what's in the garages? Is that I don't know.
No, I didn't even think about that. Like, what is actually in the garage? Because for
when she,
all the cars to be parked outside, and I am with you. I think some of it are her daughters, but the fact that they all in unison have decided to purchase the black Range Rover, it was, honey, I literally tooted up in my seat and was like, we're in for a motherfucking show.
it's yes, we are. So
It was
good.
it was good. It was good. All right. So after we got a chance to see all of that, we then got a slice of life of Amanda Francis's live. As you all know, Raindrops, Amanda Francis is the newest housewife of Beverly Hills. And in this scene, she's talking to her husband, and she's also giving us a backstory about her life. I have to show you something, Alexis.
I'm ready.
So remember a few weeks ago, I said, I know Amanda. I think I bought her book.
You have it. We need you to sign this copy for him. Okay.
Sign it for me. Rich as fuck. I bought
And
the
you
book
did
two
read
years
it.
ago.
You did read it.
You know what's so funny? Everybody keeps asking me if I read it because they said Carlos is so, the book
It
looks
looks
so.
too new. There's no pages folded. It hasn't been on an airplane with you, which is much traveling you do. It's not been stuck in a hotel like with something spilt on it. Like it's too. What you never read it.
No! Can I, Alexis, can I tell you something?
You just liked her in the bathtub with her hair up, and like even though you're gay, but you just like that. You're like, this sounds good when you can put rich as fuck and be in a bathtub with a champagne glass. I gotta get to know this woman.
No, Alexis, best part of the story. So no, I think I told you this. I'm very spiritual, like you are. We're very spiritual people. And look, manifestation is really biblical if you really think about it. I think it's just a very universal word, but it's really all about being biblical because a lot of the stuff is what's in the Bible.
Like I feel like manifestation in biblical terms is called prayer. You're just in your prayer. When you pray out loud, you are manifesting because when you're praying out loud, because it says speak it from the mouth in the Bible somewhere along that. I don't know that scripture, so don't quote me. But anyway, it's speak it from the mouth, and that means pray, which is kind of the same thing as manifestation is. I mean, it's just which way do you look at it? So you're right. I mean, yeah, I pray the heck out of God. Please give me a good parking spot today, please, as I'm going heels. And you know what? A lot of times it does work.
No, so that's all it is. So I bought the book because I was watching something. She was on it and I was interested. So, long story short, Alexis, I posted this yesterday on my stories and I tagged Amanda. Amanda responded to my DM. Look at Alexis' face.
Okay, we are in the big time now, Carlos. Woo! Okay, what'd you say?
Did you read it?
And you cannot lie because your nose will grow, Pinocchio. Like we're not having the long noses, so you can't lie. You got to tell her no, I haven't yet, but I have every intention.
So the fact that you asked me that, one of my friends did me and said, "Did you read the book, girl? Because it looks too clean." But the thing is this, okay, so this is a true story. I bought the book 2 years ago via Amazon, and I read a couple of chapters, but I did not finish the book. But I did read the book.
Okay.
I didn't finish it though. I didn't finish it.
Well, then you can't say you read the book. You can say I started reading the book.
Okay.
Read a couple chapters. That's good. Okay, can I ask an honest question?
Of course.
You don't have to answer honestly if you don't want to hurt
No,
Amanda.
I'm going to.
Were the first two chapters or whatever you read, were they slow burning like Beverly Hills has been doing right now? Or were they like you were all in and then life just got busy?
I love you so much. You are so good. So the thing is this. It's a slow burn in the sense of the stuff she started talking about at the beginning already knew. So I was sort of like, okay. And then to your point, I love you, Alexis. Life got busy for me. I was moving and I just forgot about it.
I understand this so much because this book right here, I have had it has been to more continents and more cities around the world than ever before. But the reason mine has, look at how beat up it is. And look at when you flip through, look at all the pages that are turned. And then I wrote little notes in it. I have only made it to out of my 75. Oh, that's even got a little mark where you can tell I spilled soda on it. I only have made it to, Johnny's like, just give up. I have made it to page, hang on. Okay, here it is. Only made it to page 129.
I
That's where Prince Harry's been everywhere. But it's a good book. The problem is my life just gets busy and I don't read. So I think that's probably what happened with you.
This is hilarious to me. So, Raindrops, for those who are listening, the book that Alexis is talking about is Harry.
Prince Harry, Spare. He wrote the memoir about his life, Spare. It's really good. I just have every time I get there, it's just like I just
Okay, Prince Harry will forgive you. Now, Amanda Francis' book, so Raindrops, please buy. It's called Rich as Fuck. It's a #1 bestseller. We'll get to the whole book conversation in a second. But what I thought was so amazing in terms of really diving into Amanda's story at the top of the episode, Alexis, was we do learn immediately that she did lose a child. She gave birth to twins. One of them didn't make
Oh,
it. My heart bled for her. And in that moment, I was like, great job, producers, great job, production, for allowing us to get a sense of who she is outside of just being this money queen. Because I always feel like when it comes to reality stars, you always have to find ways to humanize them by telling the audience a different story opposed to them always being a catfight. So I I was into it. Alexis, as a mother, I'm pretty sure your heart was just like
well, I have
overwhelmed with
twins,
it.
and I both of mine were in NICU. They were born not 11 weeks early, thank God, but like 5.5 or 6 weeks early, which is a long time. And one was in NICU for 1 week, one was in NICU for 2 weeks. And like, I mean, I don't can't tell you how many tears I had in my eyes because, and I had to redo my makeup this morning, but because I watched it this morning. But I the thought of holding the baby also, and the baby go taking its last breath is kind of it's so heartbreaking, but it's beautiful in a sense too. It's like mama brought you, mama held you when you left also. God, it's going to choke me up. But I can totally understand when she's saying, it's such a weird day because I'm so happy because I have how do you say his name? It's a gorgeous name, but I have him, but then we lost Zion. And so it's like, I just,
Yeah.
heavy.
Yeah,
You
it
did.
was happy, and like I said, I really appreciated us getting to know more about Amanda than what we have known so far in this first 6 episodes. So, um, again, shout out to production for allowing us to hear that. And
Mm-hmm.
then after that, we got a chance to see what Dorit is up to, and let me start by saying this: I love Dorit. When
Mm-hmm.
Dorit first came on the show, I told the audience. It's a new bitch in town, and I love her. Like she's outspoken. Dorit had her first 2 to 3 seasons were epic. She then listened to social media, Alexis, and became
Mm-hmm.
very boring, just to
Mm-hmm.
be blunt about it. And she only got activated last season when she was going through divorce and realized she had to give us something to keep her job. Now, with all of that being said, Dorit has new management. And when I say this, I'm being honest about it. Okay. I'm not trying to be like a bitch about this. I don't know what Dorit has to need managed. You know, I
Well, why? She just signed a book deal. Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, Carlos.
I,
He looked the other way. He turned his head to me.
I mean, Alexis, to Dorit Kemsley memoir. I don't need to know anything about you that I haven't already learned in the show. Your past 8 seasons is the memoir that I need. Stop wasting paper from trees. I think the trees, I'm an environmentalist. You are wasting paper, you are wasting currency, and you're wasting my time. The idea that I, Carlos Reginald King, need to know anything about Dorit's life before Housewives, I don't give two shits about it. And the idea of you having new management is to me a waste of time. It's the waste of energy that Amanda Francis talks about, and it's a waste.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you just go with that because I don't agree with you. I think it could possibly be. I would have to read the first chapter and see if I'm snoozing or laughing, but or like
Is it going to be clean like this?
maybe she just needs to get naked in a bathtub and instead of holding wine and calling it rich as fuck, she can be in a bathtub with her hair in the towel and calling it cleaning, wiping the slate clean, or getting the hair clean. I don't know, cleaning up my soul. I don't know. Oh gosh, I think I would buy it and read one chapter and just see, just as much as I would at that book. I'm only using the F bomb because it's on her book. So how do you supposed to? How do I say the word? I can't.
I mean,
Rich is the F.
that's the name of the book. So Alexis, you would read at least one chapter of the Reed Kinsley's memoir.
I would 100%. It would probably end up like this book, but I would try for one one chapter, I mean, and just see and get a feel. Yeah, because I am fascinated about her for some reason. I do like her. I mean, we'll get to the end of this episode and we'll, you'll hear my 2 cents there. But I think she's fascinating. I think she's intriguing
Mhm.
in some ways, and so I would.
Yes, no, I agree with you. I think Dorit is a fantastic reality star. I think Dorit is fascinating, like you said. I think Dorit belongs on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I'm so happy she decided to get back to being the star that I loved the moment she came on the show. However, the idea of me going to Barnes and Nobles and picking up a book to read about your life doesn't interest me. Now, with that being said, this is what's so fascinating to me is the fact that when you have management, I've always learned this, and you tell me if you disagree. I've always been told you don't seek out management, management seeks out you because they're coming to you with a vision, and that's what needs to happen. So, based on this episode, it appears that Dorit reached out to these two beautiful women who are very smart and successful and decided to work with them. The idea, my opinion, the idea that the first thing that they want to do with you is a book, to me, is missing the mark already.
Mm. I don't agree. I don't know if she sought them out or maybe they did know she was going through a tough time because she has been vocal about the fact that PK was her manager and she lost him when she lost got the divorce. So I think there's a chance that this team could have DM'd her and said, "Hey, we've got an idea for you, or we would like to take you somewhere." But Dorit could have also done it, and then they jumped on it, and they're like, "We're going to have the exposure on Housewives." I mean, all of that could be true. Either one of those could be. But I think the book deal. What do you think they should have done? Because I think the book deal is pretty much like, okay, that's pretty bad, pretty badass.
Well, the thing is this, um, unless you're Tony Robbins, or you're part of Oprah Winfrey's book club, you don't make that much money selling books. So the thing with Dorit that I do like, I think Dorit is a fascinating personality. I would have done something more in the fashion, beauty, cosmetics department, home goods, just something about the beauty aesthetic that Dorit is known for. She's known for her fashions. Her house is gorgeous. She has great taste and style. So for me, I listen, Dorit, pay me to be your manager, girl. I'll take 10% instead of 20. I would have done a bid Bath and Beyond situation.
But here's the problem with that, Carlos.
Go
You have
ahead.
capital. You have to put money into that. In a book deal, you get signed and you don't have to I mean, sometimes you do have to put, 50K into it or whatever, but you have to have money to put into what you're speaking about doing. She doesn't
Right.
for what we know, from what we've heard of and what we know or think we know. She doesn't have a lot. She talks about how she doesn't have money and she's wondering where she's going to pay her next bill. She doesn't have 50 grand sitting around right now going, okay, let me invest this or 150 grand into this Bed Bath and Beyond deal with everybody. I mean, not many of those places are just going to go, okay, come in and we'll use your name. I don't know. Maybe they would. And maybe that's what they need to do next. But I think that the fact that her first, go around about it is that she doesn't have to pay anything to try to make a little bit of money and probably just get her name out there. Some of it having a book, there's so many people that write books that you don't even know that they wrote a book. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
everybody tries the book thing, it seems like to me. But so I think that I'm just hoping for her to succeed and to free herself from PK.
Yes, no, free yourself from PK for sure. And she even said in this episode that, look, when they showed the clip of PK giving her the idea of Beverly Beach by Dorit and and how he was her old manager. Again, not to, beat a dead horse, but I've said from the beginning that he resents her because he, to your point about capital, he funded a lot of his money into Dorit's brand and got nothing for it. So the advance money, to your point again, Alexis, when you do sign a book deal, you get an advance. And
Mhm.
and if I was Dorit, I would use that advance to advance my life by investing
Yeah.
into something else and
Yeah.
not using that money to go to Kim Kardashian's closet on eBay and buying outfits for the show.
Right. Right. That's very true. And maybe that's what her team is thinking they're going to do. So
Okay.
we look at it like that. We're turning the negative into a positive is what we're doing.
Like we did the past 5 episodes. Okay, now.
Oh, you are on one today. He has been
No,
waiting.
I told you. The last night I was like, I can't wait to talk to him.
He needed the episodes to go like this instead of like,
Yes, you'll get a different Carlos King, honey, but the episodes are good. Okay. So Kyle, the force multiplier Richards, did her job. Let's call it what it is, Alexis, right? Kyle did her job. She took Sutton to the spa and she told Sutton what Jennifer Tilly said about her behind her back. This is what me and Alexis like to call when producers tell you what to do.
well, that's true. But the other part to that's absolutely true. But the other part to that is she did it because Kyle knows it's going to air. If you do it
Yes.
on set, it's going to air, so it's going to come out later. So you have to bring it up anyway. It's not like you could say it and be like, "Oh, I didn't say that." Like the footage is right there. So she had to kind of come back around. And sometimes, Carlos, I'm going to defend these girls. Sometimes when you're in the moment, you do say something like that, and then you're like, "Crap, that's on film." So
Yeah.
is storyline, and I never meant to. You kind of forget sometimes because you just maybe it's not that you forget, but you just get um, your mouth works faster than your brain, and so then it
Yeah.
comes out, and then you're like, oh, dang it, the cameras are right there. Now I'm gonna have to re-talk about that, and now I just caused a whole scene with my friend, and I didn't mean to make this hiccup happen. So that could also be part of it. But yeah, she did her job by revisiting the situation or the conversation and letting
Mhm.
Sutton know. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, Sutton was visibly surprised what Jennifer Tilly said. And again, just remind the audience, Jennifer Tilly told Kyle last week that it has to always be about Sutton. It's all about Sutton. That's how she operates. And she feels like that's one of the reasons why Garcelle is no longer friends with her. And the moment she said that, I was like, oh shit, like that's the last thing Sutton wants to hear. And Kyle told her, and she looked really pissed. But I want to ask you this
Uh-huh.
as we sort of skip to Rachel Zoe's psychic party. Do you really think, Alexis Jansen, that Sutton waited until cameras were around to confront Jennifer Tilly about it, or did she give her a heads up and checked her off camera?
No, that was all authentic. I do not think at all they talked behind. I think that was all authentic because you could see Jennifer Tilly's face when Sutton was talking about it, and I was like, oh, she doesn't know where this is going. I also think Jennifer Tilly didn't remember or feel like she had almost forgotten that she had said that because she didn't say it with a malice or ill intention, like a malice heart or ill intention. She
Hmm.
simply said it in the moment because she'd been bit at like 5 times by Sutton. So she's just, it just came out, cameras are there. And then when Sutton, decided I'm going to call it out because Jennifer's one of my good friends and it hurts my feelings. I loved how they hugged it out and just said, okay, look, that's how real women and real friends manage and like maneuver through
Hmm.
kind of things. And so I was very happy with how they worked that through. And, Jennifer probably shouldn't have said it. It was kind of a dig. It was kind of low. But at the same time, when you're the one that's been bit out 5 times by one of your dearest friends, you're just like, gosh, like I'm just over this right now. Yeah, you're in the heat of the moment, you say something.
Yeah, I mean, look, the thing is this. I don't like the way Sutton talks to Jennifer.
I,
I
and
don't like it.
maybe this is like a big light bulb for both of them. Okay, Jennifer said something she shouldn't have said. I'm sorry about that. And Sutton should say, okay, let me check myself and stop being so hard on my friend, And when Sutton goes back and watches that, like when she probably saw this episode, if she watches the show, I'm sure Sutton was like, I was kind of being snippy. I was kind of being a brat. You can't watch that and not think you are. I mean, that's
Mhm.
pretty bratty.
Yeah. No, and I agree with you. The reaction on Jennifer's face,
Yeah.
baby, she thought she was in another Chucky movie. She looked like she was in a horror film. Alexis, her face looked like, I mean, she was sort of like shivering a bit and
Yeah,
sort of like, because
totally.
you could tell with Jennifer, she's not confrontational
Mhm.
and she's all about having a good time. And to your point, Alexis, she had no idea how far Sutton was going to take it.
Right. And, I think if it had been somebody else, if it had been Amanda that had said that, we would have seen Sutton unleash. But because that was Jennifer, who is her true off camera,
Yeah.
also, they kept it in wraps and were like, okay, we can both make mistakes. Let's move on. But heaven forbid if that had been Amanda or Dorit or someone else, I think Sutton would have lost it on them.
Yeah. Yeah. So Rachel Zoe decided to throw a psychic party at her home. Again, we love the lavish lifestyle being displayed. Uh, um, Appearing for the first time is a woman named Natalie, who is the ex-wife of American Idol judge Simon Cowell.
That's right. It didn't hit me then until you just said it. I can't believe that.
Yes, yes. And
I'm up on the screen and it didn't register until just now for some.
yes, girl, American Idol, in addition to what's the other show he does?
Another.
America's Got Talent.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So Natalie came in. Okay, we have to get into Natalie's dress. Erica did refer to as her whole dress because it was very short, it was very lacy, it was very see-through. She looks great. She has a great body. Um, did she look appropriate or not to you, Alexis? You're a Californian girl. Was that appropriate for Natalie to wear to Rachel Zoe's Beverly Hills home for a psychic party amongst these women?
No, no.
Ah!
That's a dress that you would wear for Halloween or when you're going to the nightclub with a bunch of and you want to hoe it out, okay? But she did look good. She had like it was like a swimsuit or a one piece, bodysuit underneath with the lace thing over. I think that she's just in such a fu to everyone, and this is the new me phase that she doesn't really care. And if you have the confidence to do it, and she did, she pulled it off just fine, then go for it. But that's definitely not a party for that event. I would definitely think twice about pulling that out. I mean, I have some dresses that are pretty risque also, but there's a time and a place. Maybe even for a red carpet for some kind of an event when you're trying to really make a statement. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm
Uh-huh.
out because a lot of these people on the red carpets now are wearing a lot of the see-through stuff with just the pasties, and it's like, I don't know. So, what do you think? Would you pull that? I mean, okay, you're not going to wear that, but would you think?
I thought, okay, listen. I thought for it, I had two thoughts. Number one, I did not think the dress fit the attire you're supposed to wear
The occasion,
for that type of party.
yes,
That's the type of dress you would have worn to Bose's speed dating,
yes. Oh,
right?
wow. No, you're really giving the guys an idea if you wear that. They're like, okay, she will sleep with me on the first date in that dress. I, I would be dating. In fact, I wouldn't wear that unless I had a husband on my arm, and I'd be these are speed dating. Are these men? Oh,
So that was my first thought, like, girl, this is not the right dress for it. My second thought was, in her mind, she was like, this is my first scene. I'm about to be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I have to look my best post divorce from Simon Cowell, who is newly married. Well, yeah, I think yeah, he has, well, I watched his Netflix documentary. He has another child with another woman. I believe he has a new wife. So I think all of that was, she wore the outfit for the fact that she knew she was about to be on Bravo, Housewives of Beverly Hills, FU to her ex-husband. And to your point, look,
oh
I'm
boy. She's like, you were so right. She's like, I'm single, boys, and Bravo, I'm available if you want to hire me next year. And number three, F you, Simon. Look who what you lost. Those are
yes.
the 3 points to wearing that outfit. You are so right. Okay. First of all, how fast does Simon Cowell have to move to already be going through a divorce, already be remarried, and have another kid? He must have like already had the girl on the side. I mean, how do you already have a kid with another girl when I don't even feel like their divorce is the ink's dry yet, right? I don't know. I have to watch the
Oh no.
documentary.
You know these men, honey. Oh, wait.
Or did you misspeak? Are you wrong?
No, no. I have a Lizzie note.
Okay, what did we do wrong? Lizzie, please keep us in check. What did we do? Oh gosh, are we in trouble?
Okay, so apparently Carlos King made a mistake.
Hey, you owned it. Okay, so now go back and let's talk it through and let's tell
It's
them.
not Simon Cowell, it's Simon Fuller.
Oh, Simon Floor. Okay. Okay, that's a big mistake.
But
That's why I was like, it didn't register. Oh my gosh, I saw it. I'm like,
but to my point, he's the creator of American Idol.
okay, so you were right there. It was all in the family. You were like this. Okay. You weren't quite like this, but you were here. You were all here.
Raindrops. I'm not editing any of this out because I love when we are like in the moment. This is so good. So sorry, Raindrops. It's not Simon Cowell, it's Simon Fuller. But I was at least
Really laughing at you.
I'm in the same family, like Alexis said. Okay. So there you go. So Simon Cowell, our apologies. Congratulations on your new wife and baby. Okay, so please don't come for me and Alexis. It was harmless.
No.
Okay. So Dorit arrives to Rachel's house and she tells the ladies how, she signed a book deal. They're so happy for her. She's telling them that Alexis, she tells them that she is co-authoring the book, and Amanda was like, "Oh, like a ghostwriter?" And the reader's like, "That's what co-author is. There's a ghostwriter." And Amanda goes, "Well, I wrote my entire book."
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna be easy on Amanda. This is what I was gonna say because I was like, I was trying not to talk when you were talking. I'm gonna go easy on Amanda because of the fact of the day that she's going through on this episode. I'm I'm not gonna be as hard as I would possibly have been if she wouldn't have just lost her child a year ago uh, on that day. But okay, for I mean, first of all, it doesn't matter how you write a book. It really doesn't, because if you're still getting your thoughts out and it's still you, to me, my personal opinion, you have a ghostwriter or you write it yourself. I don't really care if it's a good book, right? But I mean, like, that had some balls to be able to say that, Carlos. She is like, what the heck? I would never in a million years have, if that would have slipped out of my mouth, I would have backpedaled and been like, I just mean that, like, I just sat down and just like literally vomited. I vomited, and made myself look like an idiot. But Amanda just owned it and then said it again. She said it again. She goes, well, I still don't understand why you're having a ghostwriter. Why don't you just write it yourself? Like, thanks, Amanda, for bringing this episode, because you really did kind of carry the episode.
they carried the episode. And listen, the funny thing to me is this. Dorit's clapback was, and listen, Dorit was on fire because she caught the shade and she immediately responded to the shade by saying to Amanda, well, you must have a lot of time in your hands, which is like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Again,
And it's like you've got 3 kids, you're supposed to, or 4 kids, you're supposed to be running a business, and you sat down and wrote a book, is kind of what Dorit was trying to say, is like, well, then you have a lot of time. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh. So she did bring it back pretty fast. That was a good statement.
it was a good statement. And listen, I see both sides, right? I see both sides. Now, look, if I was presented and blessed with the opportunity to write a book, I'm hiring a ghostwriter. Because Alexis, I just don't have the time to sit in front of my laptop and do that. I just don't. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having a ghostwriter or co-author where you tell your information to and they're able to jot it down on paper so that the audience is able to read it the way it's supposed to be read. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Exactly. Because, like, if I was going to write my book and sit and write it, my thoughts would, because I know the raindrops know this about me by now, but my mind is all over the place all the time. Like, I have 5 thoughts going in and coming out all at the same time. I would not be able to sit and organize it to where it would flow. So that's also part of it. Exactly what you said. Having the ghostwriter get your thoughts, get what you're trying, the point you're trying to make, say it eloquently. I would still want a lot of the words to be mine, and my little weird Lexiisms or whatever. But but then just to have it organized and put into chapters that it reads smoothly. I'm all for it. I would totally have a ghostwriter.
Yeah, I would too. I would too. And look, the thing with Amanda, so listen,
Oh, he put his glasses back
no,
on.
because I want to be able to tell you guys, Amanda says she wrote her own book, and just so you know, Alexis, the book is 240 pages.
Okay.
Okay, so let me read you the first paragraph in the introduction. Okay.
This is fun. Yes, go.
And then you tell me whether or not you believe Amanda wrote this or she had a ghostwriter.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
isn't she going to get called out if she had a ghostwriter? Isn't that person going to be like, bitch, I wrote that book? Okay.
So
Paragraph.
let's see. Okay. I'm going to do it in my Amanda voice.
Oh, okay. Get it going.
There was a time in my life where I could have told you how to sneak into every single pool at each luxury hotel in Dallas, Texas. I have become quite efficient at doing so. Here was my strategy. I wore my swimsuit under my clothes. I told the valet I was going to the spa and walked straight to the elevator. I walked into the pool area behind someone with the key. Instead of charging my guacamole and vodka soda, I'm sorry, instead of charging my guacamole and vodka soda to my room, I told the pool boy I just put it on my card. Voila.
Well, okay. Oh, God. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cute. I mean, okay, but okay. All right, you go.
No, Alexis, I read the fucking book. You go. I read the book. Okay.
I,
So, do you believe she wrote that?
I think she could have. Yeah, no, I do think she could have wrote
Okay.
that. I totally do. I
Okay.
don't think that that sounds anything like, oh my gosh, there's so much beauty in this. It's so amazing that she paid someone or had someone that she gave a chunk of the book, sales to because they wrote it for her. No, I would probably have to hear paragraph 2, 3, and 4 to really see. That actually does sound like Amanda. And it's intriguing that she thinks that's what's going to cap because your first paragraph is kind of important. It's what gets people like into the, you know what I mean? So it's
Mhm.
fascinating that she thought that or that it even did work, that many people loved that first paragraph enough to buy the book because she obviously made a lot of money off of it.
Yeah.
So, okay, there you go. I'm being kosher.
You're being kosher. So we're going to get into, okay, so we already talked about how Jennifer and Sutton have been one-on-one. One thing I want to say though is I was very disappointed that Sutton never apologized to Jennifer for the way she talked to her.
I noticed that. And that's why I was like, I hope that Sutton went back and watched this episode and then did call or text Jennifer and say, I'm sorry. I can see where I was snippy. I was, for 2 episodes, I was snipping at you. I hope that she did. But I was shocked at that also. I did catch that and I did think, well,
Yeah.
Jennifer gave a heartfelt apology. Sutton, you do owe her one. So yeah, I agree.
One of the things that happened later in this episode was, the ladies sat down to have dinner. Rachel Zoe's presentation was gorgeous. But of course, I expect nothing less, right? I thought it was gorgeous.
Even with the lights out, they pulled it off to a masterpiece. It was still a masterpiece. And I agree with Kyle. The candles and the lights out kind of made it more of the feeling and the
Yeah,
tarot card reader and it just kind of it brought to the atmosphere, I feel.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I thought it looked gorgeous, and I thought if anything, it sort of like was set the tone and the mood for like like a nice dinner party, especially outdoors.
Go get my tarot card read. So yeah.
Yes. Now, the funniest thing to me is when Jennifer said that lady in the pink with the cake looked like Sutton, I fell on the floor. I thought, listen, Jennifer doesn't have a shady bone on her body, but me, that was Alexa. Am I the only one who thought that was so shady?
I didn't take it shady to be honest, but now that you say that, yeah, it did. I didn't take it that way when I was watching it because I guess because Jennifer Tilly's just the way she says and does things are so light and just the essence of this room and here we are and look at this and I had to wear my Dior that I don't know, she's just got this innocence to her and happiness to her that I didn't even think of shade. If someone else had said that I probably would have thought shade, but
Yeah.
I Jennifer has me like completely with like cobwebs over, like I'm smitten by her. I don't think she can do any wrong.
No, I love her. I love her. I love her. I love her. So they're at the dinner, and then listen, Dorit decided to clock in and check Amanda for what Amanda was saying behind her back about PK, which to remind the raindrops, Amanda told Sutton and Kathy Hilton and Jennifer Tilly that she feels that Dorit is pretty much talking bad about her children's father and is going to hurt her divorce in the end. Dorit decided to confront her about it. And what was so interesting to me is, which is why, again, I really enjoyed this episode because every scene made sense to get us to the culmination at the end
Mhm.
when I'm sorry, when Amanda and Kyle were driving in the car, Amanda did tell Kyle, like, today's an anniversary of my son's death, but my husband said just to go, so I'm gonna go, which for me, everybody handles grief differently, right? So again, I understood what she was trying to do, which is distract
Mhm.
herself.
Mhm.
Then she sees the tarot card reader, and she even said to her, like, I was hoping you would say to me that my son was trying to reach
Mhm.
out to me, which Alexis, I could have wept all night when she said that because I understand what that feels like wanting somebody in the afterlife to just say, like, I'm proud of you, or I love you, I miss you. So
Yeah.
then for Dorit, who's in Dorit's defense, she had no idea.
Right.
She confronts her and immediately, Amanda goes, I'm sorry, today is the anniversary of my son's death. I just don't want to deal with this right now.
And that should have been the end of it. Period. Done. The women should have said, "Let's toast to your baby boy and love you." And okay, we'll wrap this up tomorrow. And what the heck? I wanted to jump through that screen as much as I love Dorit. I was like, okay, for a woman who just made the comment, for someone who can't read the room or who reads and manifests, she sure can't read the room. It's like
Mhm.
Dorit said that about Amanda, but then it's like, okay, Dorit, you're not reading the room. When Amanda just told you she lost her son, this is the anniversary of the day he passed. To me, I felt like it almost like went over Dorit's head. I feel like she didn't even really hear what Amanda said. I don't think it like registered with Dorit until after the scene stopped. What don't you feel that way? I felt like because Dorit went back twice.
Oh, I can tell you what Dorit was doing. Dorit already let us know that without PK, she needs money and she's trying to figure out her life. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is the only check Dorit has. Dorit was too busy trying to secure her diamond that she was unable to secure her humanity and be there for a woman telling you, and everybody at the table are mothers, that today is the anniversary of my son's death. Even when Kathy Hilton had the slip of, is Zion your dog? She's like, my son. Everybody should have to stop there. And I'm going to say this. I love all the Beverly Hills girls. What bothered me about that scene was that not one person said, okay, guys, stop.
I agree. They all sat back, and someone should have said, Dorit, put a sock in it. Like for real, for right now.
And
Like,
it goes to show you how alliances are real because let's be clear, the way they had Sutton's back over fucking Avi, well, you don't want to talk about Avi? You don't have to. You don't have to talk about Avi if you don't want to. But when it comes to this woman's, yes, her deceased son, you all just sat there and said, "Go ahead, Dorit, make good television because we're pretty boring these past weeks of filming. Give us something to activate." And unfortunately, Dorit was so unlikable in that moment that even if you don't like Amanda, a woman telling you put a pin in it, should have been it. And the fact
Uh,
that Dorit kept going, and the fact that none of those women said, guys, stop it. She lost her son today. I would have told the producers, I know what y'all want, maybe. We're not going to do this today. We'll get it tomorrow, but let this woman grieve in peace.
Amen, brother. Amen. Carlos, I literally, like I said, I couldn't jump through that screen because it's just so, it's like, you're right. The humanity part of it, like the compassion of what that woman was going through. And Amanda, I feel, handled herself with a lot of class and a lot of respect and did not, I would have lost it. I probably would have jumped across the table or been bawling and been like, I'm holding it in, guys. I'm holding it in. And I can't now because now you're attacking me. Like, I feel like Amanda carried herself out through that door, even when they stopped her again and wanted more of a scene. And so they're going to, okay, Dorit's going to apologize now. And Dorit half-ass apologized. I don't even really believe the apology, gave her a hug. And I loved when Amanda said, please don't touch me right now. Cause Dorit's like wiping. I'm like, girl, I would have said the same thing. And I would have I would have literally, cause I've been in a scene similar, like where you're being the one attacked, you're crying, you're wanting to leave. I would have just turned around and left. And Amanda stayed there like a woman and tried to keep herself together enough to finish the scene and with respect. And I just,
Yeah.
wow, she did a great job.
Yeah, it was baffling to me. And listen, the reason why these first couple of episodes, I'm gonna just say it's boring, is because the ladies and I not to put you in it, Alexis, but listen, you are a vet of reality television. The reason why it annoyed me so much is because when I look at the ladies, even at the table and watching them together, they don't want to be there. And it like the girls aren't invested in having conversations or real moments. Like they they're just there getting a check and nobody's like being present.
Do you feel so you feel like they're not wanting to clock in? None of them.
No. Oh, absolutely not. Erica Jane would have been outspoken. I will give Kyle her props for chasing after Amanda. So Kyle to me was the only one who did something that I thought matched
Well,
her.
Hilton, who made Dorico apologize. I feel like Kathy was clocked in. You know,
Yes, yes. Shout out to Kathy Hilton.
I do think,
Kathy Hilton and the Kyle and Kathy were the all stars to me. The rest of the ladies
and Amanda.
and Amanda, of course, but to see Sutton, to see Erica, to see Rachel Zoe,
Uh-huh.
none of them do anything was weird to me. And the gall of anyone, and I want to get your opinion. They made it seem like a lot of there are some, not a lot. There's some people on social media saying this that Amanda used her son's death as a way of not trying to get into it with Dorit. And I call bullshit on that.
No, Amanda, for her to even say to Dorit, well, I wrote my own book. Why are you getting a ghostwriter? Like that, there is no way that she's trying to avoid a conflict. She didn't want to go toe to toe at a dinner party when she did just get done with that tarot card reading where she was asking to hear from her son, which I can totally feel and understand that she wanted one sign from her son, and thought she had that opportunity. So then to sit at the dinner table, she just was not in the mindset to go toe to toe with another woman. She's not. Like she said, she needs to go hug her family and just lay on the couch with her family. And that's what she needed to do. So I'm glad she did leave the party early. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then, like you said, Kathy Hilton is telling Dorit, like, go apologize to her. And Dorit act like she didn't want to do it.
I
And
know.
then she finally does it. And listen, Amanda, shout out to her energy. She felt Dorit's energy like you're not doing this because you're sincere. Because if
Right.
you were sincere, you wouldn't have continued to try to attack me. When I'm telling you, I don't want to get into this right now. And on top of that, you touch her face.
Oof. Oof. I just got
You
chills.
better be glad Amanda's reflex didn't touch your face with a ball of fist. No, that's a different show, but you know.
Bada boom.
Yes, 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 yes. But I was shocked at Dorit's behavior because I thought to myself, although I love when Dorit clocks in, I thought Dorit had enough sense to be like, as a mother of two. there's of two small children at that. Like Dorit's kids are not teenagers. So a mother of two small kids, I thought would have said, as much as I want to give good television or whatever, I can't do it. I can't do it tonight. I just
Yeah.
can't.
And anyone that's held their own child in their hands knows that. And even people that haven't can, I mean, if you have a dog, if you have a fish, you have anything, you can probably feel what it feels like to lose something, or you've lost a parent. Everybody has,
Yeah.
people know what loss feels like, but for your child, it's a totally different universe. It's a different universe. But like Dorit's held two children in her arms that she birthed. So I would have thought that the compassion would have instantly been there without a slip up like what happened. And I really hope next episode we do see Dorit make an authentic, true apology after the dust is settled and she's actually, you know, thought through what just happened. I do have faith in Dorit that she's probably, or maybe it's going to be the reunion. I feel like Dorit's going to give a sincere apology. I do. I think she'll have to
I,
have settle.
I
And
don't.
you don't?
I
Oh,
don't think so. No, I don't think so because listen, and again, I'll keep saying this. I love Dorit for this show and she's great television, right? Dorit doesn't have the emotional intelligence to
well,
have empathy for her in that moment, to take accountability of sincerity. I don't see it.
I I feel like you're right about that for right now. I think why it's happening right now with Dorit is because Dorit is already so low. She's in a very selfish mode. She's in a very much like, I've got to protect myself. My world has crumbled. I don't know where my next paycheck's going to come from if I lose this job. Like, I think she's just in a selfish era because of where she's at in her life. I don't think that if we watched this last season, you know, and things weren't, or whatever, I don't know when all the turmoil between her and PK started, but when she was
Mhm.
not in such a bad spot in her own life, I think Dorit has compassion. Like, haven't don't you think she cares about people? She's just in a dark place, and being in a dark place doesn't give you a lot of ability to have compassion for other people. Okay, Carlos does not agree with me at all. He is piercing his lips and squinting like, I don't believe you at a time. Okay, go.
I think Dorit is a excellent mother because she deeply loves her children and it shows. I've said it from day one. One thing about Dorit, she's an excellent mother. I think Dorit cares about her children for sure. And I think the buck stops there.
Mm,
I
okay.
just I think Dorit is self-absorbed and I think look, the Kyle thing is more so of just being disappointed in Kyle. And I think the reason why has Kyle has no desire to reconnect, let's say that. To reconnect on a deep level with Dorit is because Kyle knows Dorit cares about Dorit. And that's that.
I'm excited to see next episode because I think, and I could totally be wrong, and I'm going to be excited to watch and see if who's right or wrong here on this. But I'm hoping she pulls Amanda aside and gives an authentic apology. That's my hopes.
Yes. And my hope is that everybody picks up Amanda's book, Rich as Fuck.
Can you just mail me your copy if you're not going to read it?
My
I'll send it back with some pages turned like down so that you know that you can show people. Yes, I did read it. I'll even make some notes in the sidelines for you.
Well, somebody just celebrated their birthday recently, so this would be an excellent birthday for Alexis Jansen.
I didn't. I've been so busy I didn't even post about it, but I didn't want to celebrate this one. I'm 49. But yeah, I put a bow
You
on it.
look, you look amazing, sister.
It's my last. We'll be ready for a party next year. I am going to throw a party for my 50th, and
Oh, honey, I'm there.
I am going to. So
All right. Okay, Alexis, thank you so much for this recap. And listen,
yeah.
Raindrops, she and I will be back next week. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is cooking. So is Alexis and I. And we will see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye, Alexis. Love you,
Love
boo.
you. Love you.